And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So of course we are in the middle of the January transfer window and Celtic aren't set to play until next weekend. So there's a lot of speculation, a lot of noise around the club right now with potential transfers. So of course yesterday we spoke about a Nicholas Quan, who's set to be the first sign of the winter transfer window for the boys. That transfer is still very much on. It's looking around £2.8 million to secure his services. But today we have some news with regards to a different player completely, which we'll discuss a bit later on in today's video, as a bid is said to be getting ready for that said player. But I want to start today's video by discussing a player that was out on loan and who's recently been recalled prematurely from said loan. That of course being Adam Montgomery, of course a young academy talent. He returned early from a season-long loan at Fleetwood. Initially he was sent to gain some experience under Celtic legend Scott Brown, who was of course the former Fleetwood Town boss. But he was sacked, and now he was then replaced by Lee Johnson, and now they are run by Charlie Adams after Lee Johnson was sacked as well. So a quick turnaround of managers for Fleetwood Town. So Montgomery's time with the Cod Army saw him featuring just 6 matches, marking his debut with a win over Tranmere Rovers in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. However, his stint was marred by injuries, limiting his opportunities to truly shine with a League One club. Now back at Celtic, Montgomery's return adds depth to our squad, but we would be kind of surprised if Adam was being brought back to fill a first team squad place. In reality, it probably will be a situation of him going back out on loan somewhere else for the remainder of the season. So expect him to depart again at some point in the next few days. Celtic, of course, are currently looking for a left back, which we'll discuss a bit later on in today's video, where Adam predominantly plays. With Bernabei and even Liam Scales able to fill in for Greg Taylor, it doesn't appear there's space for Montgomery in the first team setup, but no real surprises there. So Montgomery is back with the club for now, but expect him to depart again on loan somewhere else this January transfer window. Now, another player we quickly want to discuss before we get into the main story is South Korean midfielder Quan. He has now been loaned out to fellow Scottish Premiership club St Mirren for the remainder of the season. So, of course, since his arrival at Celtic in the summer, Quan has struggled to find a place in the team, featuring in 0 competitive matches and rarely appearing in matchday squads. Now, contrary to expectations that he might return to South Korea for loan experience, Quan has instead opted for a short journey down the M8 to Paisley. So this is quite a good loan for Quan, I believe personally. I mean, we spoke out yesterday about Marco Tilio and how he's probably set to depart at some point this transfer window on loan, and how Celtic would prefer him to go somewhere in the Scottish Premiership to kind of gain experience of the league and stuff like that. Now, Quan's had that come true and he's now gone to St Mirren, of course. But if you think back to a couple of years ago with Ryan Christie at Aberdeen and then Christopher Eija at Kilmarnock, those loaning deals do kind of seem to work out quite well for Celtic. So hopefully with Quan and maybe Marco Tilio as well, that does kind of repeat that pattern and they do work out well when they go on loan to other Scottish Premiership teams. So best of luck to Quan, of course. Not really had a chance so far this season, but hopefully at St Mirren he can kind of come back after the 6-month loan and be a whole lot better player like Aya and Ryan Christie were when they went on their loan deals elsewhere. Now, Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers seems keen to bring a left back in this January. Greg Taylor so far has been starved of any real competition this season, but that could well change. So Celtic are of course in the market for certain positions. One position in particular that has been deemed as an important one to fill is left back, and Celtic have been looking at Tiago Aruio from the Portuguese Primeira Liga. They claim that although the Celts have not made any contact with Estoril over Aruio since November, they are preparing a proposal. The defender, however, won't be sold for anything less than €4 million, which is around the £3 million mark if we want to sign Aruio. Now, I'm trying to figure out how you actually say this guy's name. It's Tiago Aruio. I'm not too sure how you will pronounce it. I've looked it up online, but there's no real clear pronunciation for it. But he is a product of the Benfica Academy. Arujo has impressed in the Portuguese top flight, as we mentioned, for Estoril this season. He has scored twice and assisted once in 16 appearances from left back, while playing for a side that sits 12th in the table. Such a return is fairly respectable, if you ask me, in the circumstances that he's playing in right now. So in the coming days and weeks, we will likely hear more of a potential move for the 22-year-old, because at the minute, the focus seems to be on a deal for Nicholas Quan, as we mentioned at the start of the video. So what I'd say, expect this deal to possibly gain some traction in the next few days once the Nicholas Kun deal is over the line. But yeah, to keep an eye out for the name Tiago Aruio, a left back from the Portuguese league, because Celtic are very interested in him and they are supposedly ready in a bid for him. So guys, let me know what you make of this kind of transfer news down in the comment section below. Some quite exciting stuff there. Of course, the Nicholas Kun transfer is still on target. It looks like that will be done in the next few days, as a deal was pretty much agreed in terms of the pricing for him. Just get the personal terms out of the way and he sure will be a Celtic player at some point in the next few days, and then we can kind of shift our focus onto Tiago Arujo, who's a good replacement, or a good left back option for us for the remainder of the season. So yeah guys, comment down below what you make of this transfer news down in the comment section below. Also let us know what you make of Adam Montgomery and of course Quan going out on loan to St Mirren as well. I'd be keen to know your thoughts on that. But guys, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, bye bye.